the places. Yeah, yeah, it's time to begin, isn't it? I'm stronger now, and I'll admit I'm still the same underneath, still chasing what I believe. Can't you see somehow? I'm never.
What's going on? How's it going, brother?
There's a hush in the room when the lights fold inward. A strange kind of calm, like the world's gone backwards. Heat in the air, then a breath of cold. Something ancient in the way the silence holds. Figured roof through the smoke like a ritual. Every step slow, intentional, spiritual. No word spoken, just presence. Heavy enough to bend the space around it.
What's going on, Leah? How's it going? Welcome in. Oh yeah, I bet.
Walking through the ashes of the days I couldn't change. Every step another echo of the weight I tried to name. But a heartbeat in a static started cutting through the haze. Now I'm standing at the edge of something I'm no longer.
One day, yeah. One day.
There's a fire in the wires running underneath my skin. Every spark of revelation pulling me back in. I was breaking under shadows I refused to claim. Now I'm burning with a purpose I can't contain. 'Cause I'm rising with a halo in the flame. Fighting every part of me I thought I lost the pain. won't die inside the cage that I myself had made. If the world comes crashing down or the sky gives way, I'll be standing in the fire with a heart that stays. Yeah, I'm rising with a halo in the flame. Every scar becoming armor in the wars I wage.
What's going on, infantry? Welcome in. This is the beginning of Overdrive. We're running through our opening movie right now, and we'll be getting the show started. Welcome in, welcome in. I saw your little sneak follow from a couple of days ago. I appreciate it. What it do? We back. Welcome back to Overdrive, ladies and gentlemen. I am User Unknown. I am your host this evening, as well as your host every other evening that we do UCW. Don't let me lie to you. I am here 3 times a week, baby. That shit is loud as fuck. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Music not so loud no more. How's it going on, everybody? If you're in chat, make yourself known. How's it going? Welcome in. UCW Overdrive. It is Monday. Hopefully everybody's Monday is going okay. We got the new opening movie. Just debuted it. Got sent to Discord last night. Awakening will get theirs tomorrow, and then we'll debut that on Wednesday. And then I'll be done editing music videos for a couple months until United We Fall. And then, you know, United We Fall is going to get a bunch of video packages, bunch of cool shit. I got a bunch of ideas for United We Fall. They're probably going to, like, make me never leave my computer desk again. But moving forward, what's going on, Cole? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. How's it going? Glad to see you back. Ladies and gentlemen, to start off the evening, we've got, how's it going, Hydrate? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Welcome in. Glad to see you. Hope everything is going well. Hope you're doing awesome. Streamlabs just sent me an email that says congratulations on completing your first stream. What do you mean? I'm broadcasting. My stream is not over. Yeah, I'm actively live streaming. The viewer count's not showing from me, but, like, that's fine. Okay, I don't know what Streamlabs is on. If we have any problems throughout the evening, y'all gotta let me know. Because I'm not sure what the fuck is going on. Those emails have been coming at very weird times for me, too. Yeah, I don't know what... Yeah, like, I've been using Streamlabs for years. Like, I've been using Streamlabs for years. So I don't know why they would have just now emailed me. I've been like, congratulations, you completed your first stream. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Glad to see Marie finally has another singles match tonight. Not glad to see it's 2 out of 3 falls against Sonya. Hey, all right. It's give and take, okay? You win some, you lose some. That's all I can say. But ladies and gentlemen, to start off the evening, we've got Will Saturn taking on the Skill Tree QLG. Both of these men looking to get a foothold in the Fighting Spirit division. After that, Vintora will take on Dirty Barnzo in a Continental Rules match in the Continental division. Both of these men fighting to see who will be in a #1 contenders match in the near future. Will it be Barnzo? Will it be Vintora? We're going to find that out here tonight. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Ogre, John Styles, and Brayden Brown will be going at it tonight in a triple threat elimination match. No #1 contenders on the line or anything like that. Just a triple threat elimination match. What's going on, Clown? After that, Marie Kelly will be taking on Sonya G in a 2 out of 3 falls normal rules match. Marie Kelly, not the most luck in multi-woman matches, but in singles matches, she tends to do pretty fucking well. So we're hoping that can go on a little bit longer tonight. Sonya G up against a very competent opponent, but Sonya G is nobody to slouch on. And then after that, ladies and gentlemen, the money team, Evan Russel and Dad Trainer, will go at it against Brother Drake and Reverend Supreme Knight in the 4th match of the Tag Team Hell Tournament. Going into United We Fall, this is the last qualifier match, so this will decide who our semifinals contenders will be. And then after that, James Wagner takes on Scott Taylor in a one-on-one tables match. James Wagner, a little bit more of a powerhouse. Scott Taylor, much more agile, much quicker on his feet. Look, hopefully, hopefully that we see a little bit out of this. Hopefully it's a pretty entertaining match. I'm hoping it's not quick, but 2K hates tables matches, so we're gonna find out. After that, Wreckless Tom Richards will take on Raddcore in an Extreme Rules match in the co-main event of the evening. And then after that, ladies and gentlemen, Delilah Dakota won this opportunity last week on Overdrive, and she is getting it here tonight, one-on-one with Samantha Frost in a Continental Rules match for the UCW Women's Heritage Championship. But we got a couple of matches that we got to go through before we can get to that point. So let's go ahead and get into the first match of the evening without further ado.
I walk through fire just to feel alive. Burn the pages where my past survived. Every scar a map that I can trace, leading me straight to this place. No spotlight handed down to me. I built my name from broken dreams. Now I'm standing where the echoes call. If I rise again, I'll risk the fall. Every lesson, every fight.
I have no idea if y'all were able to hear me. I also can't remember if I unmuted my mic. But, ladies and gentlemen, this man's been on a little bit of a meteoric rise in UCW. A couple of losses under his belt. A couple of wins added onto that column, though. Ladies and gentlemen, the skill tree QLG making his way down to the ring.
When the world says stop, feel the pressure, I don't drop. Every step another flame, I'll never play their game. 'Cause I'm fire and I won't expire. No change can hold this higher. I climb higher. This is my empire. They said slow down, I just moved
His opponent, ladies and gentlemen, stepping out on his own branch a couple of months ago, took a step away from UCW about a month after that. A former member of the Free Radicals, ladies and gentlemen, former breakout star in UCW, Will Saturn.
We came to break, not to play fair. Riot minds with a blank stare. System failed, we never cared. Unstable orbit made us there. Burn, break fat. No future, no past. Why rank the noise? Let's build to outlast. SK throws hands like stars collapse. Saturn spins in, feedback trap.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a match set for one fall. Normal rules. So there are countouts on the outside. Let's see how quickly that fucks us. This is a match in the Fighting Spirit division. Will Saturn, skill tree, QLG taking each other on. Both men going for a dropkick to start off the fight. Both miss. QLG takes the legs out from underneath Will Saturn, going for a roll-up cover to start off the fight. Not even a count on one. Collar and elbow tie-up. Entering the feeling out phase of this match. Probably the better idea than double drop kicks, if you ask me. My opinion doesn't mean much around here, but it does mean something. QLG slams him over. Big drop kick to the side of the face. Off the top rope. QLG catches him with a big boot to the face. Right over the top rope. Skill tree controlling the pace. DDT on the inside. Big knee to the face once again. QLG absolutely controlling this match so far. Will Saturn has not had an opportunity at offense since that missed dropkick from the beginning of the match. Big kicks to the body. Punch to the side of the face connects as well. Kicks to the gut. Roll up cover once again. QLG focusing the ankle. Saturn able to get the reversal. Kicks him off of him. Gets out of the way. Big kick to the body. QLG gets his legs taken out from underneath him. Will Saturn. Off the top rope. Takes down QLG. I'm out of the city and we'll be back tonight. We'll get everything caught up then. Sounds good, Drew. Be safe. Make good choices. Have fun. Drops him with a Canadian Destroyer on the outside. QLG heads up to the top rope. Takes him down once again with a crossbody. Sounds good, Drew. Have a good time, brother. Takes him down. QLG working the arm still. Drops the knees across him. By the back of the head. Throws him into the ring once again. Resets the count. Leg drop off the middle rope. Takes down Will Saturn. QLG going for the cover. Only two. Sneaks up behind him. Head trap. Drops him with a reverse DDT. Stomping down on the chest of Will Saturn. QLG right back to dominating this match. Kicks him off. Off the top rope. Will Saturn misses. QLG catches him with an elbow to the face. Drops him. Going for the cover once again. QLG looking to end this one. Only two. Off the top rope. Big crossbody once again. QLG waiting for him to stand. Canadian Destroyer on the inside this time, going for the cover. QLG absolutely dominating Will Saturn. Will Saturn refusing to fall still. Throws him a big kick to the face in the corner, misses. QLG keeps the combo coming. Doesn't even give Will Saturn the opportunity to make up on the misstep. Knees to the body. QLG wants Will to stand. Goes for that crossbody once again. Lands on his feet after the reversal from Saturn. Saturn with a suplex. Big punch to the face. Will Saturn trying to get anything going in this match. And they exchange blows. Both men trying to figure out who is the stronger competitor. Sadly, I think we know the answer to that one. Just, if I had to guess, I think we know the answer to that one. Chops across the chest from both men. Will Saturn not backing down despite the obvious bruising across the back and his sides. We are still quite early on in this match, and he has already taken a lot of damage. QLG gets a hold of him. Saturn with a reversal. Very slow kick to the side of the body. Bouncing the face of Saturn off that top turnbuckle. Big kick to the side of the face, connects that time. Drops the knees across the back of Saturn, going for the cover. That was the weakest kick I've ever seen. Yeah, it was bad. Only two. Saturn somehow still in this match. Looks like he's running on fumes. Big kick. Definitely better than the last one that we saw. QLG gets stunned, only a count of two. Saturn back up to his feet. QLG with a kick to the top of the head. Takes out the referee as well, though. The ref got murked. Just absolutely demolished in that for no reason. She just got a hole straight. QLG went whoop Crossbody and a kick. German suplex from QLG. Belly drop across the back of Will Saturn. There was nothing friendly about that attack. Uppercut misses. Looked like Will Saturn was going to go for a low blow. QLG with a drop kick. Saturn rolls onto the outside, possibly saving himself. It's okay. It's a rented ref from outside the company that they signed a form, so it's okay. Yeah, so whenever you make the shows, you can select refs, right? And it's supposed to only use that ref for the show. But then it completely ignores that selection and just does whatever referee it wants. Like, the one that I've selected doesn't have a WWE logo on it. I shit you not, I have never seen that referee once in that ring. No, see, I haven't seen him ever. It's bullshit. He's supposed to be in a black shirt. These motherfuckers wearing black and white with logos for a company that's not mine. You can't change the logo. Does what it does when it wants to. Exactly. We are at the grace of the game. Explains why the WWF been screwing me. Yeah, they don't get paid. I don't pay them. I don't know who sends them in the building. It must be venue staff. We just make it up as we go. Exactly. Good. Yeah, no, I mean, good job. QLG wins by disqualification. Will Saturn unable to get up to his feet. QLG beat the hell out of him the entire match. So much so to the point where I'm not even going to rerun that shit. We usually don't like to see disqualifications in UCW, but in this situation, I feel like it's quite warranted. Because he was dog walking him the whole time, so. Congratulations to Will Saturn, or not Will Saturn, what am I talking about? Congratulations to the skill tree QLG for picking up the win here this evening. That ref specifically literally always stands in the way of the action all the time. Even the special guest ref doesn't do it. Yeah, no, we don't like that referee here in UCW. We are not her biggest fan. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, Vintora will take on Dirty Barnzo in another normal rules matchup. However, this one will be a Continental match, so it is a 2 out of 3 falls, 20 count on the outside. Because I kind of predicted that disqualifications were going to frickin' happen. Once again, congratulations to Skill Tree QLG. Just signed that ref to a 1-match contract. Marie will break her arms. A ballad. Ladies and gentlemen, making his way down to the ring. After reinventing himself, he was still not able to pick up a W, but he's got a new swagger to him, a new look. Ladies and gentlemen, a leaner Vintora making his way down to the ring. What's going on, Big H? How's it going, brother? Making his way down to the ring next. He has been called the king of the jobbers here in UCW. Whether or not, I mean, he gave himself that name, so, I mean, I can't really do anything about that. Ladies and gentlemen, Dirty Barnzo making his way down to the ring.
Came up from the streets with a smirk and a plan. Gold on my neck and the mic in my hand.
I roll. That's Barnzo still. You want respect, you better earn that meal. I took what's mine with a grin that's real. Fans chant my name cause they know the appeal. I lie, I cheat, I steal. Mama seems to love the swag, I say I'm bad news. Catch me in the club with fresh tattoos. Cash in my hand, gold teeth that gleam. UCW title locked in the dream. I came to win cause the streets don't kneel. They cheer for the real.
Not too bad. Not too bad, Big H.
When the crowd goes real. I lie, I cheat, I steal. Too hot to touch, I'm the king of the deal. Talk that
What's going on, Elias? How's it going? Vintora takes down Barnzo with a sling blade very early. Collar and elbow tie up from both men. Vintora pushes Barnzo away, locks him back up. Got him from behind. Breaks the arms. Reverses the hold. Barnzo now the one in the dominant position. Vintora's got the head of Barnzo locked up. Barnes struggling. Damn near tapping, it looked like. Barnes able to get back up to his feet, grabs the head of Vintora, switches the hold. Wrenching on the neck of Vintora. Vintora's in the exact same position that we saw Barnzo in a couple moments ago. Working the arm one more time. Throwing Vintora into those ropes, bouncing his neck off of them. Takes the legs out from underneath Vintora. Picks him up on his shoulder, drops him over the top rope. Going for the cover early. Only a count of one, Vintora able to kick out. Stomping down across the face of Wall Vintora. Dirty Barnzo goes over the top rope and misses. Wall Vintora back in the dominant position. A lot of chain wrestling in this match. Flips him over his shoulder. He's got the headlock in. Working the arm. Vintora trying to fight out. Barnzo's got it. Retching that elbow back. Focusing on the shoulder. Big punch to the body. Sends him into the ropes. Rolling uppercut misses. Uppercut to the back of the head does not. Barnes crawling over to the corner, trying to get some amount of safety. Catches breath just a little bit. Into the corner, Barnes goes. Big elbow to the back. Barnes fights out. Clothesline takes down Vintora. Barnes is rolling. Off the ropes, drop kick takes down Vintora. Going for the cover. One. Only a count of one. Off the middle rope, misses the DDT. Vintora heads onto the outside. Off the top, drop kick misses. Barnzo with a reversal. Up to the top rope. Barnes is now the one asking for Vintora to stand. The slow back and forth to start this match, ladies and gentlemen. Hurricane Rana to Wall Vintora. He goes down. Kick to the body, misses. Elbow to the leg. Into the ropes. Neck breaker from Wall Vintora. Going for the cover. Only a count of one. Up to the, off the top, misses the crossbody. DDT lands this time, middle of the ring. Wall Vintora goes down. He's right back up to his feet. Barnes gets behind him, and Vintora reverses another one. Catches the fist. Bounces the face of Barnes off the top turnbuckle. Vintora goes off over the top rope. Off the ropes. Clothesline takes down Barnes. Barnes with a reversal. Vintora goes down this time. Barnes going for the cover. Only a count of one. Going for another cover. Vacation's over. What you mean? You were on vacation, Big H? What were you doing? You have a good time? You have a rich character? If so, won't bring that in here. So we don't have anybody who like openly flaunt. I mean, we have Leon. Leon's just like, I'm not calling the person who is Leon this, but Leon as a character is egotistical, full of himself. He's got money, shit like that, and flaunts it very much. But he's not like, his whole character isn't that he's got money. Had 10 days off and them days flew by. Oh yeah, I bet. I bet. Chops across the chest from Vintora. Big chop to the chest. Vintora trying to keep Barnes down. Barnes keeps coming back for more. Another chop across the chest. Punch to the face. Ventora's keeping the pressure on him. Barnzo can't fire back. Hockey fight between these two men. Matching punch for punch. One of them's going to get tired.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar.
How's it going, Dad Trainer? Welcome in. How's it going, brother? How you do? How you be? You actually have a match tonight. You and Evan Russell have a match tonight. You haven't seen UCW in a hot-ass minute. We got the money team over here now. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. Big punch to the body. QB's good? That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Dirty Barnzo. Looking to keep the pace up. Fighting back against Vintora. Getting a little bit of offense in. Place the knee across the back of Vintora. Ventura's struggling. He'd think he just tapped. The money team is goated. Don't think the tag team division is ready for the money team. Hey, they beat Raddcore and Ogre at Divided We Stand. Taking on Reverend Supreme Knight and Brother Drake tonight in the Tag Team Hell tournament leading into United We Fall. You aren't the Breakdown World Champion anymore. Ace Anderson finally took that from you. Vintora goes over the top rope, catches Dirty Barnzo with a drop kick that barely connected. Throws him into the ropes. Down onto his neck. Let's go, me and Drake. What's going on, Supreme? How's it going, brother? How are you? I don't have an entrance for you guys yet, which, I mean, that's kind of my fault. I planned on making one, but I didn't. But, you know, you will be on it. You will be a team. You have to take on the money team, which kind of blows for y'all, but... Big knee to the face from Vintora. Barnes goes down. He's busted wide open, going for the cover. Two. Only two. Vintora was looking for that first pinfall. Taking aim on Barnes once again. Big knee to the face one more time. Vintora lining him up. Must have something else left in the book. Gets him on his shoulders. Rolls him over, going for the cover. Two. Only two. Barnes kicks out. Leg drop from Vintora misses. Drop kick lands. Looking to lock the legs up. This time on the inside. I think he got Vintora to tap to this on the outside once. Barnes has got him. Let's go with a hold before Vintora taps. That's not a good idea. Never a good look. Barnes taking the top turnbuckle off. You know, his entrance does say he lies, he cheats, he steals. Only 2. Vintora still in it. Big kick to the body. Suplex. Top of his head, back of his neck. Going up to the top rope. Frog splash connects across the body of Vintora. Barnzo going for the cover. 2. Only 2. Flips him over. Vintora trying to get back in the driver's seat. Drops Dirty Barnzo on his neck. Referee is a little occupied replacing that turnbuckle pad. Barnes with a reversal. Drops Vintora over the top rope. Heads back out on the outside. Goes off over the top rope. Misses. Referee. Please move. Knees to the side of the leg of Vintora. Dirty Barnzo. Doing the best he can. Double axe handle. Big punch misses. Into the ropes. Kitchen sink sends him over his knee. Barnes with a reversal. Kick to the top of the head. Off the middle rope, a DDT. Vintora goes down. The bruising across the back of Vintora is insane, ladies and gentlemen. Barnes just keeps targeting that left side. Reversal from Wall Vintora. Kick misses. He's got him by the back of the head. Bouncing his face off the top turnbuckle. Barnes already busted open. Chop to the chest. Vintora looking for that drop kick to the side of the face. Pulling Barnes into the middle of the ring. Kick to the top of the head. Barnes with a Hurricane Rana. Going up to the top. Climbs up to into the safety of the corner. Gets the reversal with the elbow. Barnes with a reversal. Throws Vintora into the ropes. Hits him. Vintora standing up. Barnes is getting the blood flowing. He looks hyped up. Grabbing Vintora. He's going to go for 3 of these. The bruising on both men, but the back of Wall Vintora. Barnes is going up to the top. Frog splash connects. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. That is the first of 2 pinfalls or submissions required to win this match. Hurricane Rana takes down Vintora. Big kick to the leg. Well, Vintora rolls up Barnes, going for a roll-up cover. 1, 2. Barnes still in this match. Drops him on his neck. Vintora going for the cover again. 2. Only 2 again. Yeah, hipster, you don't own that ball, brother. You got to buy that shit. Big knee to the face. Barnes goes down. 2, 3. Both men are tied. Wall Vintora, Dirty Barnzo. Next pinfall or submission will be the winner of this match. He's about to power bomb him into those right into the top turnbuckle, right across the shoulders. Big knee to the face again from Vintora. Going for the cover on Barnes. Is this the end? Will the former Prime Internet champion? No, he won't. Heads onto the outside. Over the top. Back up to the middle rope. Ventora doing everything he can to keep Barnes in a stationary position. Drop kick misses. Ref move, mother. Into the ropes. Barnes leaps over. Drops him across his knee. Up to the middle rope. Barnes is getting fired up. Hurricane Rana one more time. Big kick to the body. Drops him on the top of his head. Going for the cover. Dirty Barnzo. Looking for his first victory in UCW and he can't get it done. Vintora kicks out one more time. Ventora is beaten and battered at the moment. Barnes flips him over into the middle of the ring. Heads back up to the top rope. Frog splash connects. Going for the cover on Vintora. 1, 2, 3. Dirty Barnzo walks out with the victory. Congratulations to this man right here. He's been called the Timu Eddie Guerrero. He's been called the... I don't have any other creative ones, honestly. The TikTok Shop Dominic Mysterio, I guess. Walking away with his first victory in UCW. Congratulations, moving farther in the Continental Division. GG's. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, John Styles takes on Ogre and Brayden Brown in a triple threat elimination match in the World Heavyweight Division. Making his way down to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, he is the big bad monster of HIW, one half of your unified tag team champions of UCW. Ogre. Making his way down to the ring. His first opponent making his way down to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. He is the first man to ever be the King of Carnage, and he is damn sure the only man to ever do it twice. He's the only man to ever do it once, actually, let alone twice. He is the first ever 3-time Prince of Carnage champion. He is a 2-time Fighting Spirit champion, and he is your first ever Division 1 champion on Awakening. Ladies and gentlemen, John Styles making his way down to the ring.
Every wound has made But from the dark I hear the call, a whisper saying you've survived it all. The mirror fades, the mask is gone. Now I know where I belong. 7 scars across my soul. Every wound has made me whole. Through the pain I found my name.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the final competitor to make his way down to the ring in this match, he calls himself the Nightmare. An SMW legend. And your first ever Combat Arts champion. On Awakening, ladies and gentlemen, Brayden Brown making his way down to the ring.
Footsteps echo down the hall. Shadows move when his name they call. The lights go black and the silence falls. The Reaper walks and he's taking it all. You can pray, but it won't save your soul. When the nightmare comes, he takes control. I'm the Reaper's call, the hand of fate, the sound you hear when it's far too late. From the ashes I was born to reign. The nightmare's here. Remember my name. Remember my name. The cold wind howls as the crowd stands still. Every heartbeat bends to my will. Cross my path and you'll pay the toll. I'm the darkness that devours your soul. You can run, but I'll still find your door. The scythe is sharp, can you hear it roar? I'm the Reaper's call, the hand of fate, the sound you hear when it's far too late. From the ashes I was born to reign. The nightmare's here. Remember my name.
Triple threat elimination match. No championship on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, John Styles, Brayden Brown, and Ogre. John Styles goes off the top rope, misses the cutter. Brayden Brown stomps down onto the back of the leg of John Styles. Ogre plants Brayden in the middle of the ring. John with a big forearm to the body of Ogre. Brad with a raid. What's going on, brother? What's going on? PS5. But PS5, Series X, Series S, they all work together. They've all got the same cross compatibility. So it works. What's going on, Rad? Thank you for the raid. If you don't know who I am by chance, I am User Unknown. This is UCW. This is our Monday night show, Overdrive. It is our WWE 2K25 EFED. This is on PS5 and it's based off PS5, so PS5, Xbox Series S, Xbox Series X, current gen shit. If you have it, if you want to join, just join the Discord, check out how to become united, and you can join. Super simple, super easy. Except PC. Yeah, we're sorry. Sorry, PC. We hate it. We hate it for you. Brayden Brown. Big chop to the chest to Ogre. Ogre still not falling. John Styles takes them both down with a ladder, throws the ladder across the body of Ogre. Ogre pushes him back. Blame 2K. And blame 2K actually works in that scenario. John Styles off the middle rope. Catches him with a cutter, almost. Seems he might have headbutted Ogre in the process. Ogre goes down. Brown takes him down, takes down John Styles with a clothesline. Big elbow to the body. Ogre. Brown fights back. Big punch to the body. Elbow to the side of the face. Fights Ogre off. Ogre. Out of nowhere. Rolls up John Styles and flips him over. Holy shit. Big kick to the face from Brayden Brown. Heads onto the outside. So does Ogre. Ogre a little dazed on his feet. John Styles makes it back up. Heads onto the outside. Big punch to the face. Brayden Brown with a kendo stick in his hands. Cracks it across the back of Ogre. Looks like Ogre was about to try and power bomb John Styles. But how was the RPing and the RP-ness, Mr. Raddcore? How was all of that? I saw you were on Red Dead around the time that I got ready to start. I didn't see anything you did on Red Dead though. Big knee to the big elbow to the knee. Spear from Brayden Brown on the outside. John Styles goes down. Over the top, Brayden takes down Ogre. Brayden Brown getting loose on the outside. What's going on, Nelly? How's it going, brother? How are you doing? Welcome in. Nelly B Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. The man who brings Cloud City to us, him and Ty. They're like the Mount Rushmore of that shit as far as Cloud City. The mans that pays the bills and the mans that puts everything together. It is all thanks to Mr. Nelly B Gaming. And Ty, obviously. Gotta give Ty his flowers. But how's it going, brother? How you doing? Got some really good ideas for the Red M server. Very nice. Very nice. Brayden Brown drops John Styles on the outside. Brown drops the knee across the face of Ogre as well. Combat Arts champion looking very fired up. Another spear to John Styles. Nelly doesn't like donuts. What you mean? Nelly doesn't like donuts. He liked the donuts that I sent him. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just glazed. Ripping. I like your donut. That's a crazy thing to say in my fucking chat. That is a honestly, no, that's a crazy thing to say to another human being, let alone in my chat. John Styles with a reversal. Big punch to the body. Backing Ogre up. Brayden Brown throws John Styles into the barricade. She started. Brayden Brown locked up in the bear hug from Ogre. Able to get out of it. Big elbow to the side of the face. Your chat has probably seen and heard worse. I mean, yeah, probably. Brayden Brown. A feat of strength, using the momentum of Ogre against him, slamming him down on his forehead. Only a count of 2. John Styles. Lurking in the shadows, coming after Brayden Brown now. Big kick to the face, misses. Should have seen the way she grabbed me and picked me up and tossed me over her shoulder ass in the air. Hey, face down, ass up. That's, you know, at least you assumed the position well, all right? You knew the assignment and you did it well. Calling some animatronic toes and then backpedaling when you got your shit rocked. Hey, all right? Bonnie was tripping, all right? Motherfucker was moving around. It was like 1 a.m., okay? They ain't even supposed to move until like 2, until like night 3, all right? So tell me why it was night 1. This motherfucker's outside my fucking door talking about you got some cookies? No, I got some goddamn cookies. I'm doing all right, Nelly. How are you doing, brother? And then you unleashed an earthquake. He does that. Nah, you'll piss him off, and then all of a sudden the earth starts shaking and shit. Next time you toss me in the air, I'm gonna release a hurricane, and then everybody gonna get tossed in the air. All of us getting punished. This is some bullshit. That's admin abuse. We were talking about admin abuse last night. I think that's admin abuse. He wanted to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. Fuck nah, I ain't got no extended warranty. I paid that bitch in full. I haven't had to put a lease on a vehicle since the second vehicle I bought. No, what Larry does is admin abuse. Larry ain't even a fucking admin. DDT gets reversed by Ogre. Ogre sends John Styles over his shoulders. All I did was throw a snowball at him. Hey, we got in a snowball fight last night in the parking lot. That shit was actually kind of fun. I got domed though. John Styles by the back of the head into the steps. Ogre is looking very dominant in this match. Styles struggles to get up to his feet. Gets up and takes down Ogre with a massive kick to the face. Both John Styles and Brayden Brown are looking fired up. Larry May as well has been administrated. administered, but if he does, we're all fucked. Jesus. Can you imagine if Larry actually had powers? Oh, we got him one too. That's when I kidnapped Bishop and he ran. No destination, just running. Damn, you straight up picked up a motherfucker and dipped with them on your shoulders? That's crazy. There ain't no way to get down. Ogre's setting the table on fire. John Styles just tripped into it. What just happened? Ogre going for the cover on Brayden. 2. Only 2. John Styles with the clothesline. Takes down Ogre. If Larry was admin, that should be like a short series. Like, you know the Tomater shit that used to come on Disney Channel? Like the little shorts, like the 30-second 1-minute clips. We should make a series that we can play as commercials for the Cloud City streamers, and put it on the TikTok. This is if Larry was an admin, and just we just give Larry admin powers for 2 minutes at a time, and then record it and see what he comes up with. Then he returned the favor, but he want the roof and jump. Yeah. Bishop got some crazy leg strength, bro. I remember those Tomater shorts. All right, I'm glad I'm not the only one I'm glad I'm not insane. Up onto the shoulders of Raddcore. John Styles slips off. Big chops for the body. Styles the big kick. Yeah, Tomater. Yeah, y'all know Mater. Y'all know that motherfucker. Everybody know Mater. Going for the cover. Only a count of 1. John Styles able to kick out. Ogre is confused as shit on why he is not able to get anybody to stay down in this match. Bishop got leg strength, but he can't keep up with me. Hey, leg strength does not have anything to do with how fast you can run. All right? Just, you know, only thing it really affects is how hard you can fucking kick some shit, really. And, like, lift with your legs. You know, it affects a lot of stuff. I had him confused with the yoga I was doing. Y'all just have people confused regardless. Some of the motherfuckers in city, y'all just be doing shit. I was like, okay, pop off, king or queen. You do you. I'ma do me. John Styles puts down Brayden Brown. But yeah, them snowballs to the dome will rock your shit. They will. Styles was attempting to pick up Ogre, and that did not work well. Ogre arguing with himself. Showing a little bit of the unhingedness of the big bad monster of HIW. Misses the clothesline on the outside. Were they packed with rocks or something? Nah, see, that's the thing. We suspected they were packed with rocks. Fucking pistol. Hit someone with a snowball. Hey, I'm getting out of a bank heist with a fucking snowball. I can do it. I promise. I'm gonna stick up a store with a fucking snowball. Down onto the remaining steel steps. Ogre just dropped Brayden Brown. Going for the cover on the Combat Arts champion. Only a count of 2. Into the barricade. Big belly drop from Ogre once again. 2. Only 2. John Styles sneaks up behind Ogre, throws him onto the body of Brayden Brown. Leave Brayden alone. Hey, Brayden putting up a hell of a fight in this one. I'm not gonna lie to you. All right, he's making himself look quite good. Neck breaker to Ogre. John Styles going for the cover on Ogre one more time. Only 2. Brayden Brown looks quite fired up on the other side of the ring. Throws him into where the steel steps should be. Neck breaker. Ogre mauls Brayden Brown. Talking shit to both men. John Styles, head of Ogre trapped. He gets him above his head, somehow plants him. Top of the head. Ogre's bald spot might be a little bit bigger. Only a count of 2. Ogre just killed a man. Exactly. Ogre just, yeah. Off the side of the ring. Brayden Brown, late in this match, still with the athleticism that we all know and love him for. German suplex from Brayden. Ripcord lariat to finish it off. Brayden Brown and John Styles now making the long walk around the ring. Brayden Brown said, fuck that. I'm grabbing this kendo stick. I'll meet you on the short side. Schwapang. John Styles knocks it out of his hands. Going for the cover. Styles thinks he's got Brown. Only 2. Ogre arguing with the crowd. Big knee to the face drops Brayden Brown. John Styles gets caught by Ogre. Ogre flattens John Styles. Only a count of 1. Talking shit to him while he's on the ground again. Ogre be saying, psst, you want to see a dead man? Exactly. Reversal from Ogre. Throws Brayden Brown into John Styles. Reversal from Brayden. Throws Ogre into John Styles. Clothesline from... Ogre sells these fucking clotheslines, bro. He's selling these clotheslines. Picks up Brayden Brown above his head. Doing reps with him and then drops him. Will you help me hide a body? Yes, it's your body. Type shit. Elbow across the body of Brayden Brown. Going for the cover. Ogre trying to eliminate one of his opponents. Only 2. Ogre. John Styles was going for a punch to the body and he just threw him a good 3 feet. Steel steps from the hands of Ogre. Brayden Brown saves himself. Knees to the face of Ogre. He drops the steel steps, going for the cover. 2. Only 2. John Styles sneaks up behind Brayden Brown. Rolls him up into a pin. Going for the cover. That seemed very extra. Only 2. John Styles. Once again, Ogre gets the reversal. Throws John Styles into Brayden Brown. Picks him up onto his shoulder. Bouncing John Styles off the barricade. Brayden Brown went for that kick and missed. Ogre. Explosion. Just dumping Brayden Brown. John Styles going for another roll-up on the big man. Only a count of 2. Kicks to the leg. John Styles is keeping the combo coming. Big punch to the spear from Brayden Brown. John Styles gets laid out. Ogre's back up to his feet, biting the fingertips of John Styles. Big elbow to the side of the face. Brayden keeping the fight coming on Ogre as long as possible. Big pause. Whoa, that was a crazy thing to say. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Ogre has been eliminated after decimating both of these men for the majority of the match. Ogre does a shit ton of damage. John Styles just got bounced off the steel steps. Going for the cover. Busted wide open. John Styles survives. That was an insane sequence, but okay. Puts the table in front of Ogre. That's disrespectful. Rude. Big punches to the top of the face. Brayden Brown mounted punches to John Styles, trying to keep the Division I champion down. Flips him over. Brayden goes face first onto the outside. Styles throws him into the steps. Goes up to the top rope. Misses. Kick to the body. Brown goes down again. John Styles with those steel steps back in his hand, moves him out of his way. Kick to the body from Brayden, misses. John with a combo, big knee to the face, takes down Brayden Brown. Steel steps in his hands. Brayden Brown once again moves him out of his way. Why do we fuck with him if we don't want to use him? My main question. Can't we just leave the steel steps alone? My other question. John Styles throws the steps down onto the body of Brayden Brown. Going for the cover. 1, 2, only 2. Styles sizing up Brayden Brown. Drops him on the top of his head. Going for the cover. 1, 2, 3. The Division 1 champion proves why he's the Division 1 champion. John Styles, ladies and gentlemen, walking away with the W over Ogre and Brayden Brown here this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, our next match this evening is a match of the Women's World Championship division between Marie Kelly and Sonya G. This is a 2 out of 3 falls, normal rules matchup, 20 count on the outside. Making their way down to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, a former UFC Women's Champion, multi-divisional, one of UCW's breakout women's stars, Marie Kelly, making her way down to the ring.
Don't lose sleep over what they're saying. Times have changed, no point in playing. All the rules, they never fit me anyway. I walk my path and I won't be swayed. No shame, no fear. I make it loud and clear. No shame, no fear. I make it loud and clear.
And her opponent, ladies and gentlemen, a former women's world champion, a former ironclad champion, Sonya G, representing the Empire of Pain, making her way down to the ring.
Step by step, the walls closing. Your bones will break, your will grows thin. Empire's chains, they drag you down. Kneel before the iron crown. Pain, obey the call. Iron Widow takes it all. Fall, the Empire reigns. Bow before the Queen of Change.
Last time these two met was when Marie threw a trash can at Sonya's face.
No mercy lives inside these hands. I rule the dark, I rule the land. Silence.
Marie Kelly, Sonya G starting this match off for us. gonna have another early on feeling out process, backing her up against the ropes. Big kick to the body from Sonya. Marie Kelly went for a chop, able to save herself for that reversal. Another kick to the body. Collar and elbow tie up. Both women trying to figure out who is the stronger competitor once again. Big punch to the face from Sonya. Sonya G, a powerhouse in this division. Showing she is not scared of the punching power of Marie Kelly. Down onto the ankle. Marie rolls out of the ring, takes a second to focus. Marie, reversal into a DDT. Another collar and elbow tie up between these two women. Marie backing down Sonya G this time into the corner. Sonya with another cheap shot. Marie with a reversal this time. Drop down. Kitchen sink sends her over her knee. Marie heads up to the top rope. Elbow drop across the chest of Sonya. Marie's going for the cover very early on. Only a count of 2. It's a very early 2 count. Stomping down on the arm of Sonya. Slams her down onto the ring apron. Elbow drop as Sonya's does not connect. Marie gets out of the way. Marie Kelly hyping herself up. Big punch to the face of Sonya. Already exchanging blows. Chop across the chest. Huge punch to the face. Marie Kelly controlling the pace of this match as we move forward. Big drop kick drops Sonya G. Steel chairs in the hands of Marie. Down across the body. Marie's heading up to the top rope. Leg drop connects. Underneath the ropes. Marie Kelly gets Sonya back into the ring. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is a 2 out of 3 falls submission or pinfall only matchup. So if you're able to get them to pin or tap, you got to do it one more time. Speaking of, Marie Kelly isolating the arm of Sonya G, going for that arm bar. You're a 2 out of 3 fall submission match. That's rude. But honestly, it sounds pretty entertaining. I'll take it as a compliment. I like submission matches. B-beach. How you doing, DK? Welcome in, brother. Welcome in. Marie Kelly, only a count of 2 again. Double axe handle off the top. Working as always here till midnight. Damn. Elbow drop across the mouth of Sonya G. Big kick to the face. Marie Kelly going for that armbar one more time. Isolating the arm of Sonya G. We got a lot of peeps that haven't filled out the stuff for DKNBA. Kind of worried. A lot of people who voted that they wanted to be a part of it but didn't fill out their PDF. Okay. As we get closer, I just put an announcement out that if PDFs don't get filled out, then people who showed interest will get a generic-ass character with a position to fill positions that we need on the rosters. Beyond that, they're gonna have to do channel redemptions to have it look anything like what they want it to look like. Is what I would do. Big punches from Sonya. Headbutt. Marie Kelly falls. Already did an all call this morning. Sounds good. Marie Kelly. Folded up by Sonya G. Marie with a reversal. I'm going to fill it out. Have had bad memory lapses. Makes sense. I've been waiting for your SMFC character. Yeah, the new one. Double axe handle. If you don't like me no more, just say that. Kendo stick from the back of Marie Kelly. Marie Kelly busts open Sonya G and then breaks the kendo stick over the knee. Lights go out in the arena. Sonya G from behind. You're too young for memory lapses. I have memory lapses sometimes. Drops Marie Kelly onto the side of the ring. Takes the legs out from underneath her. Marie Kelly back in the driver's seat of this match. German suplex on the outside. Keeping it coming. Looking for one more. Folds her in half. Gotta go back to work. My guy has a good rest and stream at night. Not too bad. You two, man. Have a good night. Make good choices. Hopefully the work day doesn't kill you, brother. Sure, I'm gonna go live tonight with more ARC. Sounds good, man. I may or may not be in bed by the time that you do that, just to be honest. I do and don't like how late that I've been staying up recently. Slamming the back of the head of Marie Kelly onto the barricade. Big kick to the body. Catches her with a neck breaker. Sonya G with a submission. Marie Kelly fights out of it. Big punch to the face, misses. Marie gets thrown once again. I'm gonna stay up late with you. What you mean? What you mean? What you saying? What you talking about right now? Elbow to the face. Sonya gets dropped by Marie Kelly. Face licks all night long. That's a crazy thing to have said. You know what's even crazier is I read that shit out loud. No second questions, no doubt in my mind. I read that shit out loud.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?
That's
Is
crazy.
it you? Is it you?
Who added that shit? I didn't do that. That wasn't me. That was some fucked up individuals. Elbow to the top of the head. Big punch to the face from Sonya. Misses Marie Kelly with a reversal. Clothesline. Sonya gets out of the way. Scoop slam to Marie Kelly. Sends her down onto the mat. Going for the cover.
What are you aiming at? What are you aiming at?
Sonya going for the cover, using the leverage of the ropes to try and get some type of advantage. Marie Kelly, another one count. Marie looked pissed that Sonya would even think of doing such a thing. Made in Tokyo on the way. Sonya G. Marie kicks out at one again. Deadlifting Marie Kelly. Switching the stance. Gets her back onto her shoulders. Another made in Tokyo. Going for the cover. Only two. Marie Kelly looking invincible out there right now. Belly drop from Sonya G misses. Chair shot across the back of Sonya. Marie Kelly. Sonya with a reversal. Takes the legs out from underneath Marie. Good old finisher stacking, and somehow Marie kicked out. I have no idea, man. Spear onto the outside. Marie hits the floor. Sonya G. Back into the ring. Marie Kelly getting herself fired up. Big punch. What's going on, Scoop? How's it going? Welcome in. Marie Kelly with the steel steps in her hands. Slides him under the ropes. Back into the ring. Sonya was still in the corner, wasted a lot of time. Huge lariat from Marie Kelly. Lays out Sonya G. Only 2. Going decent, tired of shit. How you doing? Not too bad. Not too bad. Can't complain about too much. And if I could, nothing that complaining would really do about anything, huh? Up to the top rope. Marie Kelly taking aim. Elbow to the top of the head. Big boot to the face. Sonya. Now the one deciding to head up to the top rope. Shoulder tackle from like 8 feet in the fucking air. Marie Kelly goes down. Bouncing the head of Marie Kelly off the outside once again. Sonya G taking aim. Drops Marie Kelly on the back of her head on the outside. Sonya's got to get her into the ring for any of this to count, though. Throws her in. Marie Kelly rolls over the steel steps. The ref. Damn, can we stop kicking the steel steps into Marie Kelly? Kendo stick across the side. Marie gets back up to her feet. Big forearm to the face. Sonya G throws Marie Kelly across the ring. Gets out of the way. Kitchen sink from Marie Kelly. Slams Sonya onto that steel chair. Throws the kendo stick at Sonya G. Marie gets the blood pumping again. Onto her shoulder. Decimates Sonya G. Rolling over walking over for the cover. 1, 2, 3. Marie Kelly picks up the first pinfall necessary to defeat Sonya G. She needs one more pinfall or a submission. Marie Kelly showing a pure power advantage. Obviously knowing how to use it more than Sonya G. Sonya G in much more raw bursts and spurts of just rage and anger. Marie Kelly way more calm with her ability to outpower her opponent. Catches the foot, gets the reversal. Sonya G pushes her back. Marie Kelly. Sonya G with a reversal. Elbow drop across the body. Sonya going for the cover on Marie. 2, 3. Sonya picking up her first pinfall. Necessary for a victory as well. Belly drop lands. Sonya G heads to the outside. Do you have a stroke riding that, Nelly? That was a strong-ass belly drop. About 5.5 feet up in the air. Going for the cover after the kendo stick shot across the forehead of Sonya G. Marie Kelly trying to end this match. Only 2. $34 hours. That's insane. Goddamn. Steel steps in the head. Marie Kelly. Steel steps, catch her in the back of the head. She falls over. Sonya G waiting for her on the inside. Lariat. Folds her in half one more time. Marie Kelly going for the cover. Saving herself with that lariat and winning the match. Congratulations to the former UFC Women's Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Marie Kelly, another victory under her belt. I love a long drive, though. We used to go down to back and forth from San Diego to Louisiana on our breaks, back to work on Tuesday. Time for 2 more triple threats. Hey, if you asked for it. I split the driving with my daughter. Wasn't too bad. Except she probably only drove 700 miles out of the 2,350. Damn! Ladies and gentlemen, next up, we've got the Church. Reverend Supreme Knight and Brother Drake taking on the Money Team, Evan Russell and Dad Trainer. But was the music playlist fire? This is a good-ass question. This is a good-ass question. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring first. Handpicked by Floyd Mayweather himself. They are Evan Russell and the Dad Trainer. The most wealthiest team in all of pro wrestling. Your Prince of Carnage champion, Evan Russell. Dad Trainer. The Money Team. This team ran SMW's tag team division for a very long time, ladies and gentlemen.
Known to let them birds fly, but we don't do feathers. Bunch of bottles in the club, got the waitress tired. Russian cuts in my chain, that's just hate inspired. Bad bitch on a mad cover. She a double C bag lover. It's our year, so you know that we came to clean up. Bag full of M's, ain't talking plain or peanut. And we got them niggas real worried how we bring them ghosts out. Bill Murray, so much cake, nigga, I ain't gotta shoot. I put that money on your head like a prostitute. Already, and I represent the money chain. Yeah, baby, I'm telling Mr. Money Chain. Yeah, me and my niggas get it. Me and my niggas did it. I try to tell him Mr. Money Chain. Already, and I represent the money chain. It's a money team, nigga. I'm telling Mr. Money Chain. Blood make y'all related, loyalty make y'all family. Keep it 1,000, I 100, the 1, 2, I represent the Money Team. Mess with Jay Bling, you see 100 beams. Floyd private party, popping bottles with a London thing. Shout out SL, my boy D's, my bro Rilla. Shout out to Big Bull, cause I don't know a nigga Rilla. 2 door.
Get rid of that. Ladies and gentlemen, making their way down to the ring next. Representing the Church. He is the right hand of Supreme Knight. Brother Drake. Making his way down to the ring.
Shadows fall, the altar bleeds. Faith is forged in twisted creeds. Brothers march, the candles burn. Pray for mercy, none return. Supreme Knight thrives.
Ladies and gentlemen, making his way down to the ring, representing the Church. He is their leader, Reverend Supreme Knight. Saving souls one slam at a time. Something like that. I like that song if I haven't said it before. Thank you. Brother Drake starting us off. Evan Russell starting us off for the Money Team. Heading over to Reverend Supreme Knight. Getting the tag. Reverend Supreme Knight towering over almost everybody in this match. It's a pretty good song. It is. It's a pretty good song. Big kick from Evan Russell takes down the Reverend. Pushes him off. Throws him into the corner. Supreme Knight tags in Brother Drake. Elbows to the chest. I received a present from Raddcore. Holy shit. Thank you, Rad, for the premier balls. That's so sweet of you. Big uppercut. Drake doing well against Evan Russell this far. Breakdown Prince of Carnage champion Evan Russell. Big clothesline takes down Brother Drake. Only a count of 1. Hipster thought it was a Pokemon appearing. It's okay. I did too for a second. I was like, what the hell is going on? At least 5 active players who are needed who haven't received a gift in the last 20 minutes. Ah, so Rad beat you to it. Is what they're saying. Is Rad did it already. Rolling uppercut misses. Evan Russell DDT takes down Brother Drake. Who's catching hands? Your match is already over, Ogre. Your match is already over, sadly. But I think John Styles won that one, to be honest. I can't remember. Here, I'll go look. Yeah, John Styles won that one. You did. You decimated a couple of people. Made that shit look easy. Supreme, did you sub? Because it didn't give me a notification or anything. But I saw it, like, briefly. I saw something. Did you do some shit? Double axe handle across the arm. What's going on, Crazy? Welcome in. You did? Word. Thank you. I appreciate you. I don't know why the alert didn't pop up, why it didn't say anything in chat, why it didn't tell me anything. Like, I don't know. I don't understand, but thank you. I saw it. Stomping down on the back of the arm. Dad trainer. Technology be wild, and it do. DT. Big kick to the face of Brother Drake. Styles, I want the smoke. Okay. Ogre, are you part of the Discord? Does Ogre have Discord? Spear from Dad Trainer. Supreme Knight pushed him into it. Going for the cover. Only a count of 2. Sounds like John Styles versus Ogre is happening on Breakdown. Stomping down on the hand of Brother Drake. Dad Trainer up on the middle rope. Drop kick takes him down. Evan Russell, once again, the legal man for the money team. Stomps down on the chest, going for the cover. 2. Only 2. I dodged that bullet from Ogre 2 weeks ago. Or did you? Big punch to the back of the head. Uppercut. Evan Russell goes down. Supreme Knight, now the legal man for the church once again. Stomping down on the body of Evan Russell. Supreme Knight heading up to the top rope. That is a big man that's about to try and fly. Elbow across the top of the head. Evan Russell goes down, going for the cover. Only 1. He does, but he's an old man. Makes sense. You don't dodge Ogre. You just take it and hope it goes by fast. Exactly. Supreme Knight working the arm of Evan Russell. Drops the knees across the back. Big punch to the top of the head. Into the ropes. Supreme Knight trying his damnedest to connect with Evan Russell. Evan Russell just too quick. Busts him open with that DDT. Russell looking for the hot tag. Supreme Knight tags in Drake. Dad Trainer comes in for the money team. Brother Drake slams him. Uses his momentum against him. Big forearms across the back of Dad Trainer. Dad Trainer struggling to stand. Into the corner. Tags in Supreme Knight. Once again, the church doing an excellent job of isolating their side of the ring, working their tags, doing the tag team thing very well. I'll bring my Yeti to deal with my light work, boy. Oh. Going for the cover. Dad Trainer in a sticky situation with Reverend Supreme Knight. Only a count of 2. DT kicks out. DT going for a roll-up cover. Reverend Supreme Knight able to get out of it before the 1 count falls. Working the shoulder of the Reverend. Takes the legs out from underneath Dad Trainer. Into the corner again. Working the arm of Supreme Knight, tying it up in the top rope. Big knee to the face. Sends him into the corner. Supreme Knight with a clothesline into the turnbuckles. Dad Trainer falls. Dad Trainer going to the corner. DT was going for a hot tag. Supreme Knight stops him. Call it divine intervention. Whatever you want to call it. That was a massive elbow to the back of the head. Slams him down in the middle of the ring. Not Yeti. See, I don't know who Yeti is. Yeti sounds like they might be scarier than Ogre. Is it just a very pale version of Ogre? Dad Trainer's got Supreme Knight tied up in the ropes. Supreme is trying to get up to his feet. Dad Trainer blow by with a drive-by drop kick. Going up to the top rope. Former tag, RIP. RIP. Big drop kick. If you want to fight me and Styles. Brother Drake stepping in, stopping the count at the count of 1. Highway to heaven. Does not connect. Dad Trainer gets Supreme onto his shoulders. Big punch to the face. Takes down the Reverend. Evan Russell, now the legal man for the money team. Stomps down on his arm. Slams him down in the middle of the ring. Big punch to the face. DT's loaded fist. Exactly, bro. Big boot to the face. Highway to heaven. Evan Russell goes 3 feet in the air, then falls back down. Dad Trainer can't get to Evan. Only a count of 2. Supreme Knight limps over to Brother Drake. Double axe handle. Evan Russell rolls out of the ring. Brother Drake follows. Slams him down onto the wooden planks. Through the ropes. Big punch to the face of Dad Trainer. Got him propped up on the top rope. Forearm to the back. Goes for the tag. Stomps down on the arm of Dad Trainer. Reverend Supreme Knight now taking on both members of the money team at once. He's got Evan Russell up on his shoulders. Drops him down. Supreme Knight heading back up to that top rope. This is not a good place for Evan Russell. Supreme Knight changes his mind. Talking to everybody in attendance in the UCW arena. Reversal from Supreme Knight. Drop kick to the back, misses. Evan Russell playing games with his opponent at this point. Smacking the bald. Damn. He just smacked Supreme Knight's bald ass head. That's insane. Kitchen sink. Dad Trainer goes over the leg of Supreme Knight. Brother Drake, now the legal man. Double axe handle across the back. Going for the cover. Brother Drake. Only a count of 2. Punch to the face of Dad Trainer. Dad Trainer with a punch to the body of Brother Drake. Wrong corner. Drake throws him into the ropes. Double axe handle. Drake is lining him up for something big once again. DT with a reversal, kick to the body. Spear doesn't connect. Brother Drake able to reverse it. Dad Trainer is crawling towards Evan Russell, looking for the tag. He connects. Evan Russell now the legal man for the money team. Big kick to the body. Drops him. Off the ropes. Elbow drop to the chest. Brother Drake in a bad position. Supreme Knight breaks the cover at the count of 1. Evan Russell throws Drake into the corner. Both men with the tag. Double shoulder tackle. Drake goes down. Dad Trainer keeping the assault coming. Drake sends Dad Trainer over the top rope. Makes his way over to Evan Russell. Taking the fight to him now as well. Russell pushes him off. Drake gets the better of him this time. Bouncing the back of Evan Russell off the side of the apron. Dad Trainer went for a big boot and missed. Brother Drake. Forearms to the back of Dad Trainer. Choke slam on the outside. Throws him back into the ring. Drake makes his way through the ropes. Evan Russell making his way up to his feet. Gets back up on his side of the ring. Dad Trainer is back up. Double axe handle takes him back down. Supreme Knight gets the tag. He's now the legal man. Lining up. Dad Trainer. Spear from Reverend Supreme Knight misses. DT picks up the knee. Tags in Evan Russell. Evan Russell now the legal man for the money team. Into the ropes. Evan Russell drop kick takes down Reverend Supreme Knight. Chop across the chest. The Reverend. Big elbows to the face. Big punch to the body. Takes him down. Slams him again. Tags in Drake. Drake is now the legal man. Evan Russell back up to his feet like a man possessed. Takes the legs out from underneath Drake Frost. Big forearm to the back. Evan Russell is decimating his opponent in that corner at the moment. Big elbow to the face. Russell gets out of the way. Chops to the chest. Big elbows to the body. Drake with a drop kick. Supreme Knight now the legal man for the church. Evan Russell slid into the middle of the ring. Supreme Knight. Head trap for Evan Russell. Drops him. He's lining him up. Elbow to the back of the head on the way. Evan Russell goes down one more time. Supreme Knight going for the cover. Dad Trainer breaks it up before the 1 count. Belly drop from Supreme Knight misses. Evan Russell lining up Supreme Knight. Big kick to the face. Going for the cover. 1, 2, only 2. Evan Russell throws Dad Trainer into the turnbuckles. Gets the tag. Drops him over the shoulders of both Evan Russell and Dad Trainer. Brother Drake comes in, now the legal man. Dad Trainer with a spear. Lays out Brother Drake. Going for the cover. Reverend Supreme Knight nowhere to help. 3. Dad Trainer takes home the victory for the money team. Congratulations to the Money Team for moving on to the next round of the Tag Team Hell tournament. Moving them one step closer to United We Fall. It's the wrong show. Heathens. Ladies and gentlemen, our next match of the evening, James Wagner takes on Scott Taylor in the UCW Continental Division. Making their way down to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen, representing the Crimson Syndicate, he is the partner of Rose Daniels, looking for another singles victory in his career here in UCW. Been a rocky start for James Wagner this far. Couple of wins, couple of losses.
No light, no sound, no trace. Just the calm before the chase. Every step a measured line. Every breath a countdown sign. The crowd fades out. I see the frame. Read you play them, play the game. No emotion, no mistake. Every life has a point to break. You can run, but you can't hide. I don't mess up by my time. Every strike is planned precise. Every kill rolls just like dice. And I've got a zero pulse. No fear, no fault, no falls. Cut deep, move clean. I'm the ghost between your screams. And I've got a zero pulse.
This is another thing I really vibe with. I'm a fan of this one.
Welcome to your final place. Code red, still calm, steady hand. I don't kill rage, I kill command. If you blink, I disappear. You'll feel the end before I'm near. Rose lights the fuse, I am the flame. Together, perfection, never the same. One moves fast, one stays still. Two souls, wide to kill. You can run, but you can't hide. I don't miss, I bide my time. Every strike is planned precise. Every kill rolls just like dice. I've got a zero pulse. No fear, no fault, no falls. Cut deep, move clean. I'm the ghost between your screams. I've got a zero pulse. No heart to halt, no loss. When I move, I erase. Welcome to your final place. Breathe in. Exhale. Pull.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, straight out of Pittsburgh, a UCW legend, came up from our developmental center, the Wild Thing, Scott Taylor.
Built from rust and busted nails. I don't break, I bend rails. Calloused hands and fire eyes. Never quit, I just rise. Blood in my gloves, grit in my teeth. Work through pain while you found belief. No spotlight made this name. I earned every inch through flame. Born below where steel is shaped, where fathers
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a match set for one fall, to my knowledge. Let me check. Hold on. This might be a 2 out of 3 falls match. I am not too sure. I believe I set it for one fall. Here, we can go check. Because I also need to switch out controllers before my shit dies. This is the tables match. That's what this is. I forgot. This is the tables match. Off the top rope, Scott Taylor misses. James Wagner going for a table early. Scott Taylor with a drop kick takes down James Wagner. Down onto the hand. Scott Taylor trying to do his best to keep James Wagner away from that table that he pulled out a moment ago. James Wagner catches him a big punch to the body. Scott Taylor gets dropped. Underneath the ropes, James Wagner gonna work the leg of Scott Taylor, keep the aerobatics down to a minimum. Taylor takes him down. Into the ropes. Jumps over. Hurricane Rana from Scott Taylor. Takes the table, slides it into the ring. James Wagner runs to the outside. Scott Taylor feeding off the crowd, taking advantage of what James Wagner has handed him. Heads up to the top rope. Double axe handle misses. 2 tables on the inside of the ring. James Wagner gets rid of the table. Forearm to the face. Takes down Scott Taylor. Catches the kick to the top of the head. Big reversal for Scott. Kick to the body. Wagner goes down. Bouncing the table off the face of James Wagner. Sets at the table. Scott Taylor's got Wagner by the back of the head. Wagner saves himself. Big elbows to the body. Throws Taylor into the ropes. Slams him. Almost puts him through the table. Knocks it over instead. Table's definitely got a minor crack in the side of it. Taylor with a reversal. Hurricane Rana. Big punches to the face of James Wagner from Scott Taylor. Coffin drop. Places perfectly into the chest of James Wagner. He goes down. Scott Taylor's got a table in his hands. Goes on to the outside. Takes the table out. James Wagner, table in his hands as well. Scott Taylor knocks the table out of him. Down across the knee, forearm across the chest. Coffin drop off the middle rope. Sets up the table. Stomps down on the hand of James Wagner. Big clothesline from Wagner takes down Taylor. He's got Scott lined up where he wants him. Up against the table. James Wagner looking for victory right here. Taylor with a reversal. Big punches to the forehead. He gets down. Wagner gets the reversal, throws him into the corner. Big punch to the face, misses. Scott Taylor this time walks James Wagner over to the table. Big elbow to the face. Taylor with a reversal, almost steps onto that table and puts himself through it. Gets Wagner back up against it. Going for a suplex through the table. James Wagner gets put through it. Scott Taylor walks out with the victory. And probably one of the quickest matches in UCW history. Scott Taylor, for the first time in a long time in a UCW ring, walks out victorious against James Wagner. No slight to James Wagner. Table matches are just kind of 50-50. Whoever can get to the table and get them put through it first wins, honestly. It was a lack of a reversal. I do agree with the scoring. It was a bad match. That's why we don't book tables matches. But, you know, I like tables matches, and I wanted to see a tables match. Sadly, it didn't end the way that I wanted it to. But, you know, fuck it, right? Nothing goes according to plan. Ladies and gentlemen, next up, Raddcore will take on Wreckless Tom Richards in an Extreme Rules match this evening. Making his way to the ring, ladies and gentlemen, he is the owner, the leader, and the monster behind HIW. The father of what we call EFEDs here today, in my opinion. The big bad beast under the bed. One half of your unified tag team champions, ladies and gentlemen, Raddcore, making his way down to the ring. Master of the belly drop. Can't believe I forgot that one. And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent representing the Crimson Syndicate, the tag team partner of Darren Briggs. His name is Wreckless Tom Richards. He's making his way down his ring. The ring, not his ring, that's my ring.
We're the kings of the night. Blood in our hands and we're ready to fight. Steel in our hearts, fire burns in our eyes. We own the ground, hear the battle cry. Crimson Syndicate, we roll, we ride. No fear, no mercy, just blood in the veins. Strike like a storm when the daylight fades. The crown belongs to the war we've made.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an Extreme Rules match set for one fall this evening. Raddcore taking on Wreckless Tom Richards. Raddcore misses a clothesline to start us off for the evening. Tom Richards keeping him down. Elbow drop across the body. Tom Richards looking very good at the beginning of this match. Big kick to the body. Slams him into the turnbuckle. Raddcore showing dominating presence early on. Picks up Tom Richards. Drops him. Got him by the back of the head. Once again, Raddcore slams Tom Richards down. Elbow drop off the middle rope. Big pressure to the chest of Tom Richards. Only a count of 2. Stomps down on the back of the head. Tom Richards rolls around in pain. Raddcore heads onto the outside. Sledgehammer in his hands. Not the man that you want to have a sledgehammer, I promise. Drops it across the back, targeting the spine of Tom Richards. Clothesline from Richards. Human bulldozer. Sends him over his back. Drops Raddcore. Tom Richards, probably one of the strongest men on the UCW roster. If anybody's going to do it, it is most likely one of him or somebody else like him who's going to be able to pick up Raddcore. Off the middle rope, free falling down onto the body of Raddcore, going for the cover. Only two. Raddcore's got him. Up onto his shoulder, bounces his face off the top turnbuckle. Tom Richards busted open. Goes underneath the ring. Ladder in his hand. Tom Richards picks up the sledgehammer. Raddcore knocks it out of his hands. Goes to pick up Tom Richards and somehow isn't able. Looks like Raddcore might have caught a back cramp. Lays himself out on top of the ladder. Tom Richards with a belly drop. Going for the cover on Raddcore. Two. Only two. Going back out to the outside. Tom Richards. Kendo stick in his hand. Raddcore grabs it. Cracks him across the body with it. Catches him in the back as well. Drop kick from the big man. Gets caught. Tom Richards not in a good situation. Gets his face dropped across the back of the head of Raddcore. Now getting tossed out like he's in a washing machine. Rad's grabbing the ladder. Throws it down on top of the body of Tom Richards. Raddcore with a reversal, flips him over his hip. Heading up to the top rope. Belly drop from the belly drop master himself. Going for the cover on Tom Richards. Two. Only two. Raddcore a little besides himself. More and more often are people kicking out of that belly drop. Earlier in his career, way before he was in UCW, that was a one-hit, one-quit kind of thing. As soon as he landed on him, they usually gave up on the match. It picked up. It caught back up. Refresh. Tom Richards throws Raddcore into the corner. Big sledgehammer to the body. Going for the cover on Raddcore. Only two, only one. Double axe handle. Clothesline from Raddcore, takes down Tom Richards. Drops the sledgehammer across the body. Going for the cover again. One. Only one. I blame that completely on the ref with that slow ass count. Big kick to the back of Tom Richards. Tom Richards catches the leg of Raddcore. Rad with a reversal sends Tom Richards back onto the mat. He's going back up to that top rope. Everybody knows what he's got in mind. Big boom belly drop from the belly drop master. Going for the cover. Two. Only two. Tom Richards kicks out a second time. Going back up to that top rope. Raddcore. Another big boom belly drop. The third one misses. Probably could have picked the corner that was closer. You know, just if I had to make any recommendations, don't want to tell a veteran how to do anything, but you know, there's definitely a closer corner than the one that you picked. Tom Richards gets caught by a headbutt by Raddcore. Kick to the body. Walks him over to the ropes. Switches his stance, drops him over the top. Going for the cover. Is this the end? 2, 3. Raddcore defeats Wreckless Tom Richards. Bringing home a victory for Creature Feature, ladies and gentlemen, the big bad monster under the bed defeated Wreckless Tom Richards. Wreckless Tom Richards representing the Crimson Syndicate. And now Raddcore with his super mystical, creepy powers appearing at the top of the ring somehow, or at the top of the ramp. We don't ask questions. We just allow it to happen, apparently. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your main event of the evening. Two very competent women's wrestlers main eventing UCW Overdrive this evening. On one side of the ring, we've got the newcomer Delilah Dakota, who has taken the UCW women's division by storm. On the other side, we've got a three-time women's heritage champion who has never failed to hold on to that championship when the odds are stacked against her. Tonight, the Women's Heritage Championship is on the line. Once again, Samantha Frost defends, this time against Delilah Dakota. Ring announcer, I know you haven't had to work all night, but we don't need you. Making their way down to the ring first, ladies and gentlemen.
Low confident. You think you're ready for me?
One of the most confident women in all of UCW. Arguably for a good reason. Everybody in attendance is losing their mind as she makes her way down to the ring. Ladies and gentlemen, Delilah Dakota making her way on out.
But I'm the kind of woman that'll leave you with nothing. Beauty on the surface, power underneath. Strength in my stride, fire in my teeth. Tattooed stories running over my skin. Every line of warning of the fights I win. Don't get too close if you can't take pain. Delilah Dakota, don't play tame. Look a little longer. I see your nerves shake. You want the fire, but not what I'll take. I'm beautiful when I break you. Strong enough to bend your pride. You chase the touch that'll make you, but I'm the reason you can't hide. Power in my heartbeat, danger in my view. Delilah Dakota, I look good ending you. Step in my ring, feel the pressure hit. I'm the kind of force that
And her
you just
opponent,
don't
ladies and
quit.
gentlemen,
Every move I make.
is a woman whose legacy follows her throughout the halls of UCW every time she steps foot in the building. She is a three-time Women's Heritage Champion, carrying the legacy of Drake Frost and John Styles on her back here tonight. Samantha Frost making her way down to the ring.
Step in the arena, the air turns cold. Every rival shakes when a story's told. Eyes like ice, but her fury's hot. When Frost hits the stage, she can't be stopped. Swagger in a step, power in a stance. One strike, one hit, no second chance. The queen of the storm, you can feel that chill, but when she snaps, she's a force of will. Frost in the fight, she's ice, she's fire. Samantha Frost takes it higher and higher. Cold as steel, but her moves ignite. Queen of the ring, she owns the night. Swagger in a step, the crowds and heat. Every beat drops heavy when she takes a seat. No fear, no doubt, just fire inside. Samantha Frost, she was born to rise. Name on the lights, respect on the line. She's sharp like frost, but she burns in time. You can't outlast, but you can't outshine. She's the queen of the fight, this brain is mine. Frost in the fight, she's ice, she's fire. Samantha Frost takes it higher and higher. Cold as steel, but her moves ignite. Queen of the ring, she owns the night. Swagger in a step, power in a stance. One strike, but hit, no second shots. Watch her in a step, power in the stance. One strike, one hit, no second shots. Swagger in a step, power in a stance. One strike, one hit, no second shots. Watch her in a step, power in the stance. One strike, one hit, no second shots. Frost in the fight, she's ice, she's fire.
This is our main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna take a second before this starts. Some connection problems. We're gonna see